Combined sentences questions are tough. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of text. It's hard to know what matters. And so I'm going to try to hit the highlights here of what you really should be thinking about as you get any of these questions, not just the one that's in front of us. So the first thing is we have to recognize that this is still an ideas question. So the ideas matter more than anything else, right? The grammar, honestly, is probably not wrong. I think it's very, very rare for any of the choices in a combined sentences question to be grammatically incorrect. Style sometimes matters. So if the ideas piece doesn't help us completely, style can creep in, and we know that the preferred style on the SAT is going to be short. So if we're looking at the choices, that might mean that C is more likely to be right. It is the shortest, but unless I'm rushed and I don't have time, I am going to kind of read this and do it more formally, and I don't want to just have to guess the shortest choice. But we could if we needed to. So let's see what the original sentences are trying to say. The fossil was too delicate to be removed from the rock. Because of the fossil's delicate nature, the team dug up a block of stone around the fossil and brought it to their lab. So they're being repetitive here, but they're trying to get a because across. So we're looking for some sort of because word or connection of the ideas, right? So it's not about grammar, it's about how do we connect those ideas. We need a because kind of connection. That's what they're trying to do. So let's look at A. The fossil could not be removed from the rock on account of it being too delicate. Moreover, the team dug up a block of stone around it and brought it to their lab. Well, moreover is a word you probably don't use very often, but it's just a fancy way of saying and. So we're connecting the sentences grammatically. There's nothing grammatically wrong with doing this. It's weird to use a semicolon in this word moreover, but it's not wrong. The problem is more just that this doesn't connect the ideas. It still kind of treats them like two separate thoughts. We want a word that's stronger. And is pretty weak here. It's just grammatically connecting them, but we want the ideas to flow. We need the because idea to be in here somewhere, and it's not. B, the team thought the fossil was too delicate to remove from the rock, and their next decision was to dig up a block of stone around the fossil and bring it to their lab. So again, we've got this and problem. It grammatically is connecting the sentences. They're definitely connected in a grammatically okay way, but it's not getting the idea across of a because. Let's see if C is any better. The fossil was too delicate to be removed from the rock, so the team dug up a block of stone around the fossil and brought it to their lab. It is short, and it gets across the because idea. So is a shorter word that basically means because. So yeah, there we go. Let's look at D, though, obviously, and make sure. In removing the fossil from the rock, the team found it was too delicate. Then they dug up a block of stone around the fossil and brought it to their lab. So a little bit better than and, right? Then is a word that carries a little bit more meaning, right? It kind of conveys maybe cause and effect a little bit, or better yet, time, right? First this happened, then this happened. But we don't really want time. We want to connect that the reason that they dug up the block of stone was that it was too delicate to be removed. Right, so that is a very strong, tight connection between those two ideas, and that is only featured in choice C. Another thing to consider, looking again at these connector words, moreover and then, in general, we, how can I say this? So in general, a semicolon is a bad way to connect two sentences, because it doesn't actually connect them. They're basically still two complete sentences, because for grammatical purposes, a semicolon is the same as a period, at least on the SAT. So if we're being told to combine the sentences, we've really just replaced a period with a semicolon. That is not creating the flow of ideas that they're going for. That's not to say that it's always wrong. It's just that if I had to choose between C and any other choice here, I would avoid the semicolon. I would think that the stronger, better connection is the thing that lets the ideas flow. A comma in this case. The word and is also kind of in that same category of a semicolon. It does technically connect two ideas, but it does so without adding any juice to the sentence, any meaning that's deeper than just like, oh, here's one idea and here's another idea. So again, in general, it's not always wrong on these combined sentences, but if I were choosing between C and B, I would pick C because it has the stronger, better connector word. And you know, that can help you sometimes because, again, your instinct is going to be to think about how things sound and to think about how the grammar is on these sentences, on these questions, but that's not really the task. So if you understand the task better, you can start to sort through these similar choices a little bit more easily. They're still annoying, but hopefully a little bit less annoying.